Lately, I've been asking to myself, why are we so unhappy? When I'm taking the public transportation, I'm always staring at people, and I realized recently that people seem so unhappy. But why are we so unhappy? First, I think that we have access to so many information. We have access to the life of other people, which means that we always compare ourselves and we have access to all the missed opportunity that we had in our life. For example, you see that people are traveling the world and maybe you had this opportunity and you refuse this opportunity to live and stay in your city. You will compare yourself and say always, what if? What if? Because you will have always this question because you have access to what other people are doing. You're not just comparing yourself and your own life, you're also comparing life with people you don't know. When you refuse an opportunity or you have a missed opportunity and you have access to other people in this opportunity who are doing this, you will compare yourself and never be happy because you will think that there is always better. You will not be happy with your own choice because you will know deep down that you could have something else. And the thing is that when we have so much choice, we are so unhappy because now I have a job, but I can say, yes, if I didn't have a job, I could have more free time to do something else. Or if I was an entrepreneur, I would have more flexibility, I could travel the world. We are always comparing our life with other people because we have access to other information. We don't compare ourselves with our friends or our family. We compare our life with people we never met. And you just compare yourself with people you never met, but you don't know what is happening behind. That's why we are so unhappy. We have access to information. We have so much choice. Like, we can decide where we want to live, and the world is so big. So every time we're in a city, we say, what if I was in another city? What if I was in another country? What if I was doing another job? And we just are not happy because of that. So I would say that I think that we lack community. I will take my example. I left my home country years ago and I lived in 2 different countries since. And I feel like I always start again. Like, I always start my life over, and every time I leave a city, I live in it a part of myself and I change. So I leave people behind me and everything. And I feel like I don't belong nowhere. Like, I love where I am at the moment, but sometimes I'm just seeing my whole life back in my home country and I see these people staying here, connecting and having strong friendship, and I feel like I'm an outsider. Like, I'm always leaving my life behind me, and I feel like I don't have anyone because at the end of the day I'm always moving. Even if I meet people, it's just a matter of day or months because I know I will leave and other people will leave. Like people never stay forever in the same city, so it's so complicated to build true relationships. And when you do, you realize that you need to move, and even though you want to continue this friendship, it will never be the same. When you have access to that much opportunities and you always move, you leave a part of yourself behind you. You leave your family, you leave your old friends, and you move on, and you constantly move on. So you're stuck between your new life and this feeling of starting over and the past life that you live, and you're always comparing yourself because you see that these people are maintaining those friendships, are enjoying time with their family, and you know that you miss those opportunities. So you know that you sacrifice something deep down. You know that you do this for something good, but you sacrifice something. You sacrifice time with your friends, you sacrifice time with your family, you sacrifice a moment of happiness just to be alone and to have this freedom to start over. And at the end of the day, maybe one day you know that you will regret and it makes you unhappy. I think that nowadays the life is getting so much more difficult. I see so many people who are talented, who are hardworking, and they don't have a job. Like, they're out there, they're looking for a job for months, for years, and they're desperate now, and they also cannot afford to pay their rent. Like, life is getting so hard, and people are struggling to keep up. There is so much competition, the costs are rising, and yeah, people are so unhappy because you sacrifice everything. You leave everything behind you. You left your home country. You have a loan because you paid for a private school to have a master's degree, let's say, and you see that the life out there is so hard. You cannot even pay your bills. So and that makes you unhappy. it makes us so unhappy to realize that we sacrificed so many years, we work so hard, and at the end of the day, life is getting so much harder. We have a lot of choice. We think that it's a good thing, but I don't think at the end of the day that it's a good thing to have a lot of choice, because when you have a lot of choice, you need to refuse something. You need to say no to something. But when you say no to something, it means that you refuse this opportunity. And it's so hard to refuse an opportunity because it will stay in your head and you will be like, what if I... But when you have to say no to something, it will haunt you because you will question yourself. I said no to so many opportunities. I don't know if I will regret it or not for now because I'm so young. But it's hard to say no to something. It's very hard. It's easier when this opportunity is not coming to you. I think meeting always new people and always starting over is making us unhappy because you know different people, you know so many people, but you don't feel very connected to them because it's always new people and they are coming and leaving and they have their family, they have their home country, they will go back to their home country. It's so difficult to maintain and sustain long-term relationships when you are always out there traveling, when you are always ready to leave. You don't even want yourself to open to other people because you know that you will leave. I think our generation is like facing a lot of loneliness. We feel so lonely, but yet we know so many people compared to past generation. We know so many faces. We have seen so many people, so many different faces, and we still are lonely. We still feel lonely. There is a very structural problem in it because we feel lonely even though we know so many different people. So it's not about quantity, but it's about quality. I do think that we are also very unhappy because we face so much uncertainty. Like the future is so scary. It's so scary out there, and we want now, super young, we want to have very successful career because we are scared about the future. We are scared of this uncertainty, and we are so alone and we feel so disconnected to other people because we spend most of our time online, and it's not our fault because we grew up like that. We grew up with this habit. It's something that we always knew. We face this uncertainty. We are far away from our family. We are isolated, and it's so hard to feel happy when you know that you are far from your family, far from your people. Of course, you have all of this opportunity around you and you want to enjoy it and take the best of it, but you're not here with your family and friends. You are alone. People are meant to leave one day, and you cannot stop it. Like, people need to leave. Like, no one stays in the same place, and you need always and constantly to start over and again and close opportunities, maybe to follow your partner, to follow your friends. And it's so hard because you have this idea in mind that everything is temporary and that today you are here, but it's not forever. One day you will leave, or someone you love will leave. I hope you like my video, and I see you soon. Bye bye.